Hi, I'm Brittany, and I decided to research more about Jean Piaget. Jean Piaget was a Swiss developmental psychologist who studied children in the 20th century. His theory of cognitive development was published in 1936 and is still used today in some branches of education. He characterizes different stages of development, including language, morals, memory, and reasoning. He had several assumptions about children while developing his theory. One was that children build their own knowledge based on their own experiences. Another is children learn things on their own without influence from adults or older children. And lastly, he stated that children are motivated to learn by nature and they don't need rewards as motivation. I found Piaget's stages of cognitive development to be very interesting. He categorized the cognitive development of children in 4 different stages. These stages are sensory motor, pre-operational, concrete, and formal. The sensory motor stage is from birth to 2 years old. These infants build an understanding of himself or herself and the reality of how things work through interactions with the environment. Learning takes place through assimilation and accommodation. The pre-operational stage is from 2 to 4 years old. Children need concrete physical situations and objects that are classified in simple ways by important features. Concrete operations are from ages 7 to 11. When physical experience accumulates, the accommodation is then increased. Children can begin to think abstractly and conceptualize. The last stage is formal operations, beginning at ages 11 to 15. Cognition is fully developed and individuals don't need concrete objects to make rational judgments. These children are capable of deductive and hypothetical reasoning. From Piaget, I have learned that you should focus on the process of learning rather than the end result. Visual aids are important. When teaching, you should incorporate real-life examples. You can help children throughout the stages by catering to their specific learning style at that time. Overall, understanding the different stages may help you better understand your own child and assist to their learning development. Piaget recognizes the time in which each child reaches each stage is different. It is based off of one's experiences and interactions with the people around them. By using Piaget's theory in the classroom, teachers and students can benefit in several ways. Teachers can develop a better understanding of their students' thinking. They can also align their teaching strategies with their students' cognitive level. There are 4 main teaching implications drawn from his theory. The focus should be on the process of the child's thinking and not just the products. Instead of simply checking for a correct answer, teachers should emphasize the student's understanding and the process they use to get that answer. Recognition is the crucial role for children's self-initiated and active involvement in their learning activities. They emphasize on practices aimed at making children think like adults. His belief is that trying to speed up and accelerate the children's developmental process through the stages can be worse than no teaching at all. He also thought it was important to accept the individual differences in the developmental process. Teachers must make special efforts to arrange the classroom activities for individuals and groups of children rather than for the whole class group. Discovery learning allows opportunities for students to explore and experiment. Hands-on experiments will help the students learn. Some suggestions formed through his theory were to use concrete props and visual aids. Explain complex ideas and use outlines to facilitate the new information with previously learned knowledge. Present problems that require logical thinking. Brain teasers are a great way to incorporate that. You should allow younger children to play with toys that squeak or rattle. Playing peekaboo is another good example for the sensory motor stage. For the pre-operational stage, you can encourage children to play dress-up and pretend to be different characters. They should play with toys that change the shape and help with the concept of conservation. For concrete operations, have students form group sentences on a piece of paper and perform simple experiments. For formal operations, you can have students write a short story on a hypothetical topic and teach them how to explain how they solve their problems. Overall, his theory is based on the idea that children actively construct knowledge as they explore and manipulate the world around them.